welcome back. So we're on to day number 5 of this Christmas 12 Days of Christmas collaboration, and I've not done this in months. I'm actually taking part in Froggy Friday, and it has been a long time. Like I said, it's been months since I've done a Froggy. I've not even picked up the mould for quite a long time. So yeah, we're going to be doing a Froggy Friday video today, and as you can see, I've got a few things out. I've got some polar bears because I know it's supposed to be Christmassy, but polar bears have actually been Christmassy stuff for quite a while. What's that film called? There's a film that came out, I think it was last year. It's got The Rock in it. I can't remember what it's called. Or Dwayne Johnson. If you don't know who that is, it's very impossible to not know who that is, but there you go. There's a polar bear in that, and there's also a polar bear mentioned in Santa Claus, the first Santa Claus movie as well. So polar bears have actually come into the Christmas theme, and I want to do something almost Arctic today in celebration of Christmas. So I've got a few things out, and what we're going to do is I'm going to do a bit of UV resin in here. I'm going to put some eyes in as well before we start. Put a little bit of UV resin in here. I'm going to put some of this glitter in. It's iridescent glitter. Got some green and some blue here, just because there's like a hint of green in there. So I think adding a little bit of green will look actually quite nice. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put a little really fast light, because obviously we don't want to cover all of it, because we want this middle bit to stay clear so we can see the picture. But I might actually, put a dollop of clear in first, put the picture in, and maybe do a small, almost like, we'll figure it out. Let's put it that way, we'll figure it out, I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing Froggy Friday. So just let me get the eyes in, and I'll bring you back, and we'll do this. We'll try and figure how to do what I'm trying to envision here. So just give me 2 minutes and we'll be right back. So I started off with using Let's Resin's UV resin in the frog, and I placed the picture inside the clear UV resin and put the eyes in as well. And then after that I used some more UV resin just to put that sparkle on top of the picture. I used 2 different glitters, both iridescent, and I'm sorry for the noise in the background. There were iridescent blue and green, because I thought these were the best colours to use for this picture particularly. And I just tried getting it everywhere on that picture. I did the same with the little frog as well. I put the picture in on top of some clear UV resin, and then I started putting the sparkly UV resin on top. Now I did do a bit of an experiment with this little frog, and it didn't go quite to plan, and I ended up having to throw it away. I tried using my Create and Bloom pigments, and I'd not used them in UV resin before, so I wanted to see if it would work, and unfortunately, even though it did work on the outside of the colours, on the inside it was still very squishy and very much not cured, and I left it under there for about 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes, and it still wouldn't cure. So I think just for safety reasons I decided to just bin that and do a different one. So that's what I did. So I wouldn't recommend using Create and Bloom pigments in your UV resin, because it just doesn't work. So after I did the glittery background on top of the picture, I made up some Let's Resin epoxy resin, and I did a dirty pot with both the Create and Bloom pigments that I had previously used on the UV resin. And this worked a lot better. Now, the big frog did work out the way I wanted it to, but unfortunately the glitter had seeped under a little bit of the picture. So unfortunately for me, one of the polar bears had disappeared. But I still had one baby and I still had the mummy polar bear. So it didn't work quite as what I wanted it, but it still looked really, really pretty. It's just a shame that, unfortunately, in parts of the frog, bubbles crept up inside it. So this froggy is a bit holy. But all in all, this worked really, really well. Now, this is a video for the I'm sorry for sniffing all the time, guys. I've got a really, really sniffly nose at the moment. Now, this is part of the 12 Days of Christmas collaboration, but it is also part of the Froggy Friday collaboration as well. I have not done a Froggy Friday for months now. I had to stop doing Fridays because, unfortunately, my life got very hectic and I wasn't enjoying making my videos anymore because of me having to stress about getting videos out on time. So yeah, I had to drop Fridays, unfortunately, but it's been nice to be able to do a Froggy Friday again. And the hosts of the Froggy Friday collaboration are Lisa from Girl in the Garage and Karen from the Dragon's Cave, Lula from Nerd Goblin Art, and Tim the Base Resonator, and the last one is Gertie from Gert Creates. All wonderful artists. If you don't know who they are, then check the playlist out at the bottom. I will also leave each of their channel links down below in my description. So yeah, go and give them a check out. I will also leave the playlist in my description for the 12 Days of Christmas, and I would recommend going to see the artists in there. There are some wonderful artists in there doing all sorts of makes, and I don't think you'd be disappointed in watching them. They are amazing artists, and yeah, I just really appreciate them taking part in this collaboration, because Christmas is a great time of year for my family anyway, because we used to get all together and we used to celebrate Christmas all together, so it was really, really nice. And this year I'll be going down to Yorkshire to my family and having Christmas with my parents and my sister and my brother-in-law, and we're taking the boys down there, and it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. So yeah, Christmas is a very important time for us as a family, and it's my favourite season, absolutely my favourite season. So now I'm just dirty pouring my Create and Bloom pigments in, and after that I just let it cure, and I did have some left over as well, so I did have extras, and they all turned out absolutely beautiful. They did, honestly. So I will let you watch the rest of the process, and we will see you for demould.
Snow is falling softly on the window pane, candles glowing warm against the winter rain, laughter in the kitchen, stories being told. This time of year never gets old. And every little moment feels like magic in the air. 'Cause Christmas means the most when all the ones we love are there. So gather round the tree tonight, hearts shining like the Christmas lights, holding on to memories, the kind that set our spirits free. With every hug, with every smile, we make it Christmas time worthwhile. Oh, nothing feels as sweet or fine as family at Christmas time. Cookies on the table, stockings hung in place, little feet are racing in a happy holiday chase, wrapping up the presents, hiding them away, saving all our secrets for Christmas Day. And even if the world outside is cold and snowy white, our home is full of warmth that makes the season feel just right. So gather round the tree tonight, hearts shining like the Christmas lights, holding on to memories, the kind that set our spirits free. With every hug, with every smile, we make it Christmas time worthwhile. Oh, nothing feels as sweet or fine as family at Christmas time. Years go by and seasons change, but our love will stay the same.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna have to do a quick demold today because I've got some people coming to look at the windows and doors, so I'll just get this demolded and we'll have a look at it. I've already demolded all my extras. I'm really excited to see what this looks like. Now the toes are still a little bendy, it's not been 24 hours yet, but there's a load of bubbles under the leg there. I forgot how much harder these frogs are to demold. It's really hard. There we go. I'm sorry if you got some background noise there. The kids have just come out of school after curriculum clubs and all that. Oh, that's not too bad at all. I mean, one of the polar bears has disappeared, but I think it looks pretty nice. It would have looked better if this had stayed in here, but like I said, it's not that bad. It really isn't, and it's really pretty. Got a bubble there. We've got a few bubbles. Look at that sparkle. So I think that's come out really nice. I've just got to let it cure fully now. This is the extra little frog head. I did have to throw the other one away that I made because the UV resin just wasn't curing, and I just think I made it a bit too opaque. And these are the extras from the paw. I think they're really pretty. Very icicle-like. Aren't those gorgeous? I'll turn those into pendants when I get a new Dremel. I've not got a new Dremel yet. So yeah, that's it guys for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. At the moment we are doing a collaboration. If you haven't seen the beginning of the video yet, it's called the 12 Days of Christmas collaboration. I am hosting that at the moment. We've got tons of wonderful artists joining in. If you want to look at those, go down to the playlist and have a look. Everybody who has subscribed, thank you. It is really appreciated, you subscribing and getting my channel further out there for other people to see. It really does mean a lot to me, you guys supporting me the way you are doing. So thank you. If you did want to support me even more, I do have links down below to my wish list and my buy me a coffee. I do also have links to discount codes, to links that I'm affiliated with, companies that I'm affiliated with, down in the description as well. And all I've got left to say is I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you're all having a wonderful week and enjoying this collaboration, and I will see you later. So I'll see you later guys. Bye.